Introduction: a team that has captured America's hockey attention. In a league as competitive and story-driven as the National Hockey League, only a handful of teams truly manage to dominate the national conversation at any given time. Right now, across the United States, that team is the Buffalo Sabres. From sports talk shows to digital media headlines, Buffalo's red-hot run has become the most discussed NHL storyline in the country. This surge is not just about wins in the standings, it is about relevance. For years, the Sabres were discussed mainly within the context of rebuilding, patience, and long-term planning. Today, the conversation has shifted dramatically. The Sabres are no longer a future promise. They are a present-day force commanding attention from fans, analysts, and opponents nationwide. This two-part long-form article explores how Buffalo reached this moment, why their run resonates so strongly with U.S. hockey audiences, and what it means for the league going forward. Part 1 focuses on the rise itself, the hockey, the identity, and the reasons America is watching. From regional story to national headline. At the start of the season, few predicted that Buffalo would dominate U.S. hockey talk. The league's spotlight traditionally favors major markets and perennial contenders. Yet, as the Sabres kept winning, the narrative became impossible to ignore. National broadcasters began featuring Buffalo more frequently. Analysts once spoke cautiously about the team, now openly praised their structure and confidence. On social media, highlights from Sabres games circulated far beyond their regional fan base, drawing reactions from hockey fans across the country. What changed? Simply put, Buffalo started playing hockey that demanded attention. The style that wins and sells. American hockey audiences respond strongly to pace, physical commitment, and emotional intensity. The Sabres' current style checks every box. Their game is fast, aggressive, and fearless. They attack off the rush, pressure relentlessly on the forecheck, and defend with urgency. This is not a passive, conservative team. Buffalo plays with swagger, but not recklessness. Their confidence is supported by structure, which makes their success sustainable rather than streak-dependent. The Sabres are also fun to watch, a crucial factor in dominating U.S. hockey talk. High-scoring chances, highlight reel goals, and visible emotion on the bench have turned Buffalo into a must-watch team even for neutral fans. Offensive depth fuels the run. One of the most discussed aspects of Buffalo's surge in U.S. media is offensive depth. Rather than relying on one or two stars, the Sabres generate offense throughout the lineup. This depth forces opposing coaches into uncomfortable decisions and makes defensive matchups nearly impossible. Each line plays with a clear role, yet all are capable of producing. Defensemen are active in the offensive zone, creating extra layers of pressure. This five-man attack philosophy has overwhelmed teams that struggle to keep pace with Buffalo's speed and puck movement. For American audiences accustomed to star-driven narratives, Buffalo's team-first offense presents the refreshing and compelling storyline. Defensive responsibility changes the perception. Historically, one of the biggest criticisms of the Sabres was inconsistency in defensive play. During this red-hot run, that weakness has transformed into a strength. Buffalo's defensive commitment has become a major talking point on U.S. broadcasts. The Sabres defend aggressively but intelligently. They close gaps quickly, protect the middle of the ice, and limit high-danger chances. Forwards track back with urgency, reducing odd-man rushes and easing pressure on the blue line. This improved defensive structure has allowed Buffalo to control games rather than chase them, a hallmark of legitimate contenders. Goaltending, quietly elite when it matters. While offensive highlights draw attention, goaltending stability is what sustains long runs. Buffalo's goaltenders have delivered consistency that U.S. analysts increasingly praise. They are not relying on miracle saves every night, but they are delivering key stops at critical moments.
Early saves have prevented momentum shifts, while calm third-period performances have sealed victories. This reliability has reinforced team confidence and allowed Buffalo to maintain an aggressive identity without unnecessary risk. In the American sports media landscape, where goaltending is often scrutinized heavily, Buffalo's steady play between the pipes has strengthened their national reputation. Why this run resonates in the USA. Beyond hockey tactics, Buffalo's rise resonates emotionally with U.S. fans. It's a story of patience paying off, of a franchise rebuilding the right way, and of a loyal fan base finally seeing results. In many ways, the Sabres mirror the values celebrated in American sports culture: resilience, teamwork, and earned success. This makes their story relatable well beyond Western New York. As the wins continue, Buffalo has become a symbol of what happens when development, belief, and opportunity align. Pressure increases with the spotlight. With national attention comes pressure. Every game now carries added weight. Opponents prepare more intensely, media scrutiny grows, and expectations rise. How Buffalo handles this pressure will shape the next phase of their season. So far, the Sabres have embraced the spotlight rather than shrinking from it. Their body language, discipline, and consistency suggest a team comfortable with higher expectations.
The Buffalo Sabres' red-hot run has not only changed how games are played on the ice, it has reshaped how the team is discussed across the United States. What once felt like a regional success story has evolved into a national conversation, and with that shift comes new meaning, new pressure, and new expectations. As the season moves forward, the most important question is no longer whether the Sabres are for real. That debate has largely been settled. The real question now is how far this momentum can carry them in a league that rarely forgives complacency. What stands out most about Buffalo during this stretch is consistency. The Sabres are not relying on emotional swings or one-off performances. Their identity shows up night after night. The pace is constant, the effort is reliable, and the structure remains intact even when games become difficult. This level of consistency is what separates playoff-caliber teams from short-lived surprises. Across U.S. hockey media, analysts have begun highlighting Buffalo's maturity. This team does not panic when trailing. It does not abandon its system under pressure. Instead, it trusts the process, knowing that chances will come through patience and execution. That calm confidence has become one of the Sabres' greatest strengths. The playoff conversation has naturally followed. Buffalo's surge has pushed them firmly into contention, but more importantly, it has given them belief. Belief that they can compete in tight physical games. Belief that they can win on the road. Belief that they can handle the intensity that defines postseason hockey in the United States. What makes this belief powerful is that it is shared throughout the roster. Younger players are no longer playing tentative hockey. They are assertive, creative, and willing to take responsibility in key moments. Veteran players, meanwhile, provide stability, ensuring that confidence does not turn into recklessness. This balance has been critical in sustaining the run. Tactically, Buffalo continues to evolve. Opponents have begun adjusting their game plans specifically to slow the Sabres down, yet Buffalo has shown an ability to counter those adjustments. When teams clog the neutral zone, the Sabres simplify their attack. When physical play increases, they respond with speed and puck movement rather than frustration. This adaptability has impressed coaches and analysts across the league. Defensively, the commitment remains strong. Buffalo has embraced the idea that offense begins with responsible play away from the puck. Forwards support defensemen deep in the zone. Passing lanes are closed quickly, and rebounds are cleared with urgency. This collective effort has reduced pressure on goaltenders and allowed the team to maintain control late in games. Goaltending continues to serve as the quiet backbone of the run. The Sabres' netminders do not seek the spotlight, but their reliability has been essential. Timely saves in critical moments have prevented momentum shifts and reinforced the team's confidence.
In the American hockey market, where goaltending is often magnified, Buffalo's stability in net has earned growing respect. The increased attention has also elevated expectations. Every strong performance now brings praise, and every mistake invites scrutiny. This is the reality of being relevant in the U.S. sports landscape. So far, Buffalo has handled that reality with professionalism. The focus remains internal, centered on preparation rather than headlines. Challenges will come. The NHL season is long and adversity is inevitable. Injuries, fatigue, and tougher competition will test Buffalo's depth and resolve. What matters is response. The Sabres' recent stretch suggests a team capable of responding with discipline rather than doubt. For American hockey fans, Buffalo's rise represents something familiar and inspiring. It is a reminder that patience, development, and belief can still shape success in a results-driven league. It is a story that resonates beyond one city and one fan base. As the Sabres continue their push, they carry more than just momentum. They carry expectation.